In recent years, South Africa has grappled with a concerning rise in violent crimes, and one particularly disturbing incident that shook the nation was the series of Tavern murders. These brutal acts of violence have not only claimed innocent lives, but have also shed light on the complex social issues that plague the country. This article aims to delve into the Tavern murders, exploring their underlying causes, the impact on the affected communities, and the steps being taken to address this pervasive issue. Taverns, or shebeens, are popular drinking establishments, deeply embedded in South African culture. They serve as communal spaces where people come together to relax, socialize, and unwind. Unfortunately, these spaces have become the backdrop for tragic incidents that have shattered communities and ignited national concern. The Tavern murders have predominantly occurred in urban and peri-urban areas where high levels of poverty, unemployment, and substance abuse exacerbate existing societal tensions. The victims are often patrons enjoying a night out, unsuspecting of the danger that lurks amidst the revelry. The attacks, characterized by extreme violence and often involving weapons, have resulted in multiple fatalities, leaving families devastated and communities in fear. Understanding the root causes of these tavern murders requires a broader examination of South Africa's socio-economic landscape. Factors such as economic inequality, a legacy of apartheid, inadequate law enforcement, and the prevalence of substance abuse all contribute to the environment in which these crimes occur. Economic inequality. South Africa continues to grapple with stark income disparities, with many individuals trapped in poverty. The lack of economic opportunities fosters frustration, desperation, and ultimately, crime. Apartheid's legacy. The effects of apartheid, which systematically marginalized and oppressed certain communities, continue to reverberate. High levels of unemployment and limited access to education and social services have perpetuated a sense of hopelessness and despair. Law enforcement challenges. South Africa faces challenges in effectively addressing crime due to issues such as corruption, resource constraints, and overwhelmed police forces. Insufficient resources, and inadequate response times often hinder efforts to prevent and investigate these heinous crimes. Substance abuse. Alcohol and drug abuse are pervasive problems in South Africa, contributing to violence and crime. The abuse of intoxicating substances can fuel aggression and impair judgment, leading to an escalation of conflicts in tavern settings. The tavern murders have left a lasting impact on affected communities. Fear and distrust have taken hold, as individuals question their safety in spaces that were once considered sanctuaries. The loss of life has left families shattered, with the long-term emotional and psychological consequences reaching far beyond the immediate tragedy. The ripple effects of these murders extend throughout the community, deepening divisions and eroding the social fabric. The South African government, civil society organizations, and concerned citizens are taking steps to address the tavern murders and their underlying causes. Efforts include community engagement, initiatives aimed at fostering dialogue, promoting community cohesion, and encouraging residents to take an active role in safeguarding their neighborhoods. Strengthening law enforcement. Investments in training, resources, and infrastructure to enhance the capacity and effectiveness of the police force. Socio-economic interventions. Programs focusing on job creation, skills development, and access to education to alleviate poverty and provide alternative paths for marginalized substance abuse rehabilitation. The expansion of treatment facilities, support networks, and awareness campaigns to combat the devastating impact of alcohol and drug abuse. The Tavern murders in South Africa have brought to the forefront the urgent need to address the systemic issues plaguing the nation. Tackling economic inequality, historical injustices, and crime requires a multifaceted approach, combining efforts from the government, civil society, and communities themselves. By fostering a society that values human life, promotes equality, and provides opportunities for